if you call yourself a healer, you're a red flag. There's something wrong with you. Why would you call yourself that? That shows that you have no, wait a minute. Is this a real thing? This is 2025 about skin dirty. Okay. I'm so fucking confused here. And so I'm here to talk about it. I'm Sincere Seven. I represent the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit as well as the House of Genesis. And this is a cushion coffee. This is urban philosophy. This is cushion coffee with a cap. This is where we have subjects, we have thought processes, we have challenging conversations, and we just bring them to light and talk about them. So this one has affected me personally. A lot of time I be scrolling, I be like, oh, look at this bullshit somebody said. It really ain't got shit to do with me, but I like the conversation. And then I'll be like, look, somebody said, and I feel like this. Nah, this one here, this is personal. If y'all ain't noticed, lately, my posts have been about triggering type of things. I'm noticing it myself now. So, I put a post up yesterday that said, if you went to a healer and they told you that the issue was blah, 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 what would you say? Now, the thing that the healer said was kind of like, they said, oh, this is energy based. You're sick, you got swelling, bleeding, whatever else, and you go to a healer and they tell you this is energy based. And my question was, what would you say? And somebody who I respect, let me just put that out there first of all, somebody that I respect highly came under there and said, well, the first problem is going to somebody who calls themselves a healer. Wait, what? What are you talking about? So, this is the second time that this has been brought to me. The first time, it was actually in a group setting. We were all around the bonfire. We were all having discussions. And I said something to the fact of, well, as a healer, blah, 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 blah. And somebody was like, well, that's the problem is you think that you're a healer and you this and you that. And I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And they were like, something like ain't no healers. The body heals itself, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, whatever. Because honestly, most of the time, it's women saying these types of things to me. And so when I have somebody that I respect, I adore, and they challenge me with something that to me is trivial, or I kind of like, all right, sometimes I just let it go because it's like the energy that I use when I debate, it fucks with people. People like, why are you mad? Like, I'm not mad. I didn't once cuss, call you a name, anything. I just have an energy of shit. Hold on. No, because so it was like, I'm not even going to engage there. If she say, that's the problem is you call yourself a healer, shorty, you can have that if you say so, right? And I let it go. Mind you, this was a year or two ago. So then yesterday when I made the post, if you go to a healer and they say da-da-da-da, what do you say? And she said, well, the first problem is you as a person calling themselves a healer. I did not respond. You can go on the post right now. I did not respond. Because my response was going to be a bit aggressive because I'm tired of this shit. Now, let me be clear again. The person who said it, if you're watching, I love you, you in my heart, but by now you should know how I get it popping. Just because I love you don't mean I'm going to be scared. Well, that's my friend, so I ain't going to debate with them or disagree with them. It's too much of that weak ass shit. If somebody I love, listen, I say good morning. I say that. My woman say Grand Rising like she don't like it. Grand Rising. I'd be like, yeah, good morning. I don't give a, and I still say, fuck all of that Grand Rising shit. Now, let me be clear. I don't care about people saying it. When I say good morning, don't tell me, don't say good morning because morning means death. No, it doesn't. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck. Right? So that's what I'm talking about, right? So let's get back to it. Well, the first problem is that this person calls themselves a healer. Let me just give you my idea, my mindset, my thought process around this conversation. My father, when I became 5%, says to me, "Oh, I see you one of them new niggas." Like, what the fuck is a new nigga, Pops? What are you talking about? You know, one of them niggas who got to act like everything that they know is new. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the sun. Oh, yeah, the moon. Oh, yeah, no, it's not really this. This is that. And it's like, y'all won't let shit be what it is. It's always got to be new. And I was like, all right, whatever. And it was kind of like, what the fuck wrong with you? Because I'm aware of the things that I'm saying and how I'm using my vocabulary and now I get it. Because at that time, it was like important to me. And now I'm realizing that that was not what was important. That was not what was important. So now I have this same ideology when I walk and talk and somebody said, well, that's the problem is they calling themselves a healer. How is that a problem? Hold on. If you bake cakes, you bake cookies, and you bake breads, what do they call you? Correct. A fucking baker, right? If you heal diseases in the body, if you heal ailments in the mind, body, and soul, what are you? A healer. No, the body heals itself. You're not a healer. Okay, hold on. When you take eggs, flour, sugar, butter, cream, vanilla extract, blah, 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 you mix them all together, you put them in a pan, and you put them in the oven. The heat in the oven creates heat. That environment creates the conditions for the chemical reactions within the cake batter to happen, and it turns into a cake. Who baked the cake? The oven or the baker? The baker did. Who organized the ingredients in a way to create the conditions conducive for the oven to be able to give it the heat to get the chemical reactions to turn the batter into the cake? So are you telling me now that I'm not supposed to call myself a baker because the cake cooks itself? The heat in the oven, and so the oven is the baker then? So who's the healer? Okay, hold on. Okay, let's just stop with this real quick. If you have an ailment, a disease, or an illness that is hitting your body, watch this. Watch where I'm going. And you do not agree with, like, or use Western medicine. So I'm not going to the hospital. I'm sick. I'm diseased. I have an ailment, an illness in my body, and I need help. I need to go and Google the services. What are you going to Google? What I'm literally I'm asking what I would like to know some of the things that in your mind would be the first thing that you would type to Google when you need assistance with this. Let me tap in and see if anybody in here tapping in. I got to check from the UWA, right? So you need assistance with your body and you don't want to go to the Western practitioners. What do you type into Google? Where do you search for that assistance, and what do you look for? Somebody, come on, anybody? Okay. Share this video too if you're watching this. Share this. I think that this is one that can move around, because for me, and I am waiting on the answers of who you are. You're a healer. F them. Okay. All right. Ocean eyes, elevated vibes. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking for somebody to assist you in healing your body, mind, or soul, and you don't want to go to Western medicine, what is it that you would Google? What would be your prompt or your search that you would look for? I'm looking for that. If anybody, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching, go ahead and give me a response. You know what I'm saying? So, so I'm sitting here and I'm seeing this and I'm saying, what is it that took place that made people start to project that somebody who calls themselves a healer, like, we keep talking this tradition. We talk about traditions. We talk about rooted in history and all of these different things. What did they call themselves back in the day when you were sick? Who did you go to see? The healer, the medicine man, the medicine woman. Some places dealing with the consciousness, the soul, the spirit, we'll call holistic healers. Thank you. Holistic healers. So how the hell is calling yourself a healer all of a sudden a red flag? Roots man. Okay, there we go. This is what my father will refer to as these new niggas. Like, I have to say something. I'm not a healer. I'm a energetic, pulsating, strengthening, chi, grounding, chakra, unblocking, facilitation coach. Something wrong with you? Yeah. Oh, I help to heal you. I'm a healer. Oh, just what I was looking for. They are wild. Hey, what I tell y'all can't come down here screaming and yelling. Y'all got to do all that upstairs in your room. Okay, well, stop all that screaming and yelling. You can be the mommy. Tell her to be the baby. You be the mommy. You don't want to be the mommy? I understand. Me either. I only want to be the daddy. You want to be the baby? We'll be the baby, baby. You feel me? Be the baby. Yeah, man. So honestly, this isn't a, oh, let me drop some shit. This is really like a question, like, how many of you all out there agree that a person should not call themselves a healer? Like, where is these class of individuals at? And I would like to hear why. Why? Yes, why? Why is the problem that they call themselves a healer? Why is that a problem? Why am I not supposed to refer to myself as a healer? Why are people trying to tell me I'm not a healer? I disagree. I don't know who y'all are or what y'all are, but you can keep that shit to yourself. I am a healer. Let me just be very clear. I really would like to engage in this conversation. I mean, I could play devil's advocate. Hey, mangoes and avocados. Oh, that's a dope name because I like eating both of those. Mangoes and avocados. I am open to it. Listen, I don't know who you are, but if you don't know me by now, I want all the smoke. We just ain't gonna get disrespectful. All right? I'm gonna get hype. I'm gonna get yeah. All right, but shit. And if you want to hop on, come on and send a little request to hop on. I am definitely okay with the devil's advocate. I'm okay with you representing one side, me representing the other, because I'm standing on what I say. And when I stand on what I say, that's exactly what I like to do. I like to engage with other people who stand on what they say or who see their point and are like, no, I can present this in a different way. Like, I'm with that. So yeah, come on in, mangoes and avocado. I'm with it. All right. This is what I'm talking about. For those of y'all who don't know, when I'm on social media and I'm talking shit and you come on it, oh shit, this is my guy. What's poppin'? Oh, and he a healer. Okay. Oh, well, I would call him one. So I'm loving this. So yeah, let me go ahead and pull you in like this. Let me see if I can. I want to include. Yeah, fuck all that. You about to get this work. All right. All right. Talk to me, big dog. You got the floor.
Hold on. Let me park real quick.
Keep it safe. Yeah, keep it safe. Oh yeah. Let me see. Can I get you on the? Damn, I'm trying to. All right, fuck it. I just do it like this. All right, y'all. Here we go. So my man said he gonna play devil's advocate. Apparently, he feel like he can explain. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about from the flip side. So I'm gonna graduate. He parking. We gonna give him. We gonna. Oh, you look like a lion. We gonna give him the floor, and we gonna see what he got to say, y'all.
So I'll double advocate from my perspective because I know there's two things that do like pop up. Number one, it's kind of like being humble in a sense, where it's just like you calling yourself humble is kind of like calling yourself humble is not really humble. It's not being humble kind of sense, where calling yourself a healer with everything going on, it's just like any other kind of even pop into like religious organizations or calling yourself something part of a bigger whole, because there's so many people that use it in such a negative light. I can see how people want to differentiate, right? Oh, I'm not a healer because the healer's been played out. A healer's this and the third. Like you mentioned before, where it's like I'm a Reiki master working on energy and everything like that. To differentiate themselves, both to separate from the negative connotation and to elevate themselves and make themselves unique. Because a healer is a healer, but an energy mover, this and the third. I mean, you're all doing the same thing, in my opinion. So I can see how calling yourself a healer would be would leave a negative taste in others' mouth. You know what I mean? I don't know if that made sense.
So, in my mind, the only mouth that me calling myself a healer is going to leave a nasty taste in is individuals who cannot actually perform what's being said. It sounded like you saying to me that I shouldn't call myself a healer because the negative connotation that other people put on it because of their lack of abilities. It's almost like, oh, well, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I move energy. So I move energy and it's a form of healing, but I can't call myself a healer because I only do. It's like you're saying it shouldn't be used because of somebody else's feeling of lack of something.
Lack of understanding, I would say, on the position that I'm holding now for.
But that would, in my mind, that means that that person should not call themselves a healer. If they feel like, oh, I don't have enough knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to support what I'm trying to present myself as, then I should not refer to myself as that. I don't feel like that, brethren. I don't know if you know me, but I'm not humble. I'm egotistical. You know what I'm saying? I know where I've been and what I've done, and so yes, this is what I do. Right?
So it's coming. So I'm arguing from the side of someone saying that you shouldn't be called a healer, not what you should. So let me just get this straight, so we're on the same page.
Okay.
I'm coming from the side of I'm coming to you and be like, nah, Seven's not a healer. Like, am I coming from that perspective?
They're saying that there's. So let me tell you what it said. It started out like this. I made a post that said, if you go to a healer and they tell you that your illness came from energy, what would your response be? Because it was a debate about people saying all diseases come from energy, viruses, and mucus. And I was like, no, they don't. And so that was the post. And so somebody jumped under there and said, well, the first problem is that a person calling themselves a healer. And I was like, what are we saying right now? And that's where this whole conversation is coming from. So they're saying that anybody calling themselves a healer is a red flag. And I'm saying self is the measuring stick of the world.
I would simply, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
I would simplify then my argument with the beginning portion where it's like calling yourself humble. I'd argue that point. You know, when like somebody comes in and is just like, well, I'm a humble guy, then you have to look, because that instantly would be like a red flag, because a humble person doesn't call themselves humble
some do.
In that argument.
Why not? That's projection. That's like this whole shit about, any male who calls himself an alpha male, he isn't, because they don't announce themselves. Any man who announces himself as honest isn't, because they don't. Shut the fuck up. I am an honest person. I do not lie. That's why I changed my name to Sincere. So now anybody saying, anybody that tell you honest, they honest, that's that type of, that's what my pops mean when he say, this that new nigga shit. This that I'm wiser than you because of the way I think. Like, these people be saying this shit, it's not reality based to me. You get what I'm saying? How is it that if I said that there are people who are humble, who know that they are humble, and they will tell you that. That's not a bad thing. Like, sometimes there are people who are don't say that, Seven. Okay, hold on. There are people who are nonviolent and that will not fight, that will tell you that. I don't want any trouble. I don't want to fight you. And then you start beating them up, and then they not protecting themselves or they not fighting back. And you like, oh, you a hoe. I just told you that. And there's guys who will, listen, my mans, I'm not one of them dudes. I will knock your ass out. And then, oh, any dude who's tough, he ain't gonna say he gonna do it. You keep playing with me, he knock your ass out. That's what I'm talking about, is this idea that people don't announce themselves. Yes, the fuck they do, especially in a world of people who are saying all type of shit, so you don't know what the fuck you going to, and there's people going, you know what, let me solidify this real, make it simple for you. I'm a healer. Because if you come to me and whatever it is, your illness or your ailment or your disease is, if I don't specialize or don't see a way that I can change it, then I'm going to refer you to somebody else. There's somebody who came to me and they were talking about these demonic entities and with them, and they wanted me to do exorcism shit. And I'm like, listen, let me connect you with my brother Dooley. I don't do psychic surgery, but he does. We're both healers. If you have an illness, we are healers. Now, when you come to us, what we do, what we offer, and how we do it, we can explain it to you and let you know whether you are within our level of expertise or not. And if not, I know a different healer you can go to. But I don't see the issue with either one of us being referred to as healers when that's what we do. I don't have a 9 to 5. That's all I do all day. People call me and they're going through illnesses, diseases, and I'm assisting them, setting up the opportunities, the places, or administering the medicines to allow that to bring back the state of homeostasis. Heal. The baker might not he don't breathe hot air onto the cake to change. He turned the oven on and the oven changed the cake. The oven changed the cake from batter to cake, but he's still the baker. You don't say the oven's the baker, and he shouldn't call himself a baker because he just produced the oven and he just turned it on 350 and mixed the ingredients and put the cake in. The oven actually cooked the cake and turned it in, so he ain't no baker. Now you want a wedding cake made, and you be like, hey, are you a baker? And I'm like, no, I just mix ingredients and put them in the places to bring about the proper things so that they can make a chemical reaction so that it'll turn batter into a cake. And you like, wait, what the fuck? Never mind. Is there anybody who's a baker in here? Any okay, you're a baker. I need a cake.
That would be the position. Playing devil's advocate, I'd play there, but I think, in my opinion, I think labels are needed for that because there's too much out there. And sometimes the simplest thing is better, especially depending on the knowledge that the other person has. You know what I mean? Like, I remember coming into this space, hearing all this, like this, like that. It was just like, yo, I just need some healing. Like, just give me the basics. I'll learn later on. So removing the devil's advocate thing, I think the simplest way to identify yourself to others is the most beneficial.
Keeping it simple.
But people are gonna come up with this, that, and the third because it's triggering. Healing for me, it's a triggering profession because of all the things that have happened under that name. Just like with calling yourself something else in that light, like in that upper realm, like religious someone. It can be. I can see where that can be triggering, but that's on the person to wrestle with. That has nothing to do with the actual healer. You know what I mean?
So the way I see that is like this. I know exactly what you mean, and I'm gonna give you another example. Masonry, not the profession. Masonry, not the profession, the fraternity. Okay?
Yeah.
In our history, there have been a lot of individuals in history who have done things. And a lot of them have done fucked up things. And a lot of those people were Masons. And so now there is Masons do blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Those people were also Christians, but we don't go around saying Christians bomb 911. You know what I'm saying? Those people were also blank. So it's like, so when you have this idea of people who are falsely claiming shit, claiming whatever to do, and putting a bad name on something. So now I don't want to claim it because there's been other people who are looked at negatively that were that. I don't look at it like that. I look at it as I have a profession, and in this profession, there has been a lot of unrighteous things, a lot of whatever it might have been with people in this profession. I am proud to be a person to bring integrity back to this profession. I can't avoid calling myself something that I am a Mason. See, I'm not ashamed to say that. Oh, y'all do this and do that. And every time you hear y'all, everything that's followed by that is wrong. Or at least in every situation that I've been in. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I see it when people now are trying to, it's like, and also one of my favorite sayings, self is the measuring stick of the world. So you measure everything in the world based on how you see yourself. So a person saying you should not call yourself a healer because there's been a lot of people out here who fake fraudulent and aren't what they say they are. So don't call yourself. I'm going, self is the measuring stick of the world. I am exactly what I can't worry about all them people who was fake frauds and all that. I don't give a fuck about them. I know who I am and what I am and how I am. And I think that people around me should know if you need that, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine a doctor being ashamed that he's a doctor because of Western medicine? A real doctor who really wants to help people became a doctor to help people, to heal people, to assist people. One of them. And he's learning now. Let's say he used some psychedelics and now he's in these circles and he's hearing how people talk about Western medicine. He's going, damn, this is me. And then somebody in there is choking. They're dying. They got shot, stabbed. And they say, is there a doctor in the house? He go, shit, I ain't finna call myself no doctor. All these doctors that been out here, they say that these doctors don't care about people and just want to kill people and just want to. So that's the equivalent of how I see, oh, I'm not supposed to call myself a healer. All these people out here mentally sick, physically sick, spiritually sick, and I'm not supposed to let them know, here's the assistance you might need. I think that that's a red flag. I think that the idea of calling yourself a healer is a red flag. I think that that mindset is a red flag.
It is. It is. I think it's showing, just like you said, it's showing something inside of yourself and just projecting out onto someone else.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I tell you what. I missed last Condor, so I missed your energy. You've been on my tongue a lot. And I'm gonna reach out to you on a private.
No doubt.
Later on, because you've been on my mind quite a bit.
I'm honored.
So any chance to hop on this to talk to you to get some of this energy is.
No doubt. Yeah, I didn't know who you were. I was like, who is this? I don't name though. You feel me? Yeah, man. Man, I missed you, man. Yeah, I was looking for you on the last one. Yeah, man. So salute.
Yeah,
You gonna be there in September? Okay.
And
And there's a snake venom training class directly that week after Condor to September in Austin, Texas.
in Austin?
In Austin. Yes, sir. The Wholesome Life Coach said, if you're triggered by the idea of someone calling themselves a healer who is not a doctor, etc., you have to work on yourself to release that trauma, become your own healer. A word, okay? A word was, and I feel the same. I feel the same. And now, I don't let people call me doctor. Now, there have been that where that situations came up and people have referred to me as a doctor. And I said, hold on. No. I'm not a doctor. I do not have my PhD yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do allow the term witch doctor. That's different. That's allowed. So, but again, that's one of those getting into the terminology and all of this, right? Keeping it simple. I'm a healer. I've sat at the table with doctors and all of this and like, yo, let's kick it. Let's talk. Oh, I'm a healer. I'm not a doctor. They have different approaches, and that's why people look for us, because our approaches are different and they respect our approaches. Peace, my baby. You was trying to get my attention. You needed to ask me something? What's up?
This is her little baby.
That's her little baby. So yeah, I just want to get on and kick it with y'all. I got, you know what I'm saying, a couple of little shorties over here trying to get my attention, and I would like to give it to them. You feel me? So I just want to get on and kick it, spark this conversation. You know what I'm saying? People can leave their comments as they want. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make a post about this, but yeah, I just want to get on and kick it a little bit, man. I appreciate you hopping on. Mangoes and avocados. That's his name. Mangoes and avocados. You like that?
Mangoes and avocados?
Yeah.
I never know that.
Yeah, me neither. I learned it today. Yo, but as always, I like to end it with as always, tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in.
What?
Peace.
Nope, you could be the
Peace.
kid.